This lesson is going to be on scale factors and making scaled copies. We're going to start by finding the value of each of these expressions mentally, meaning without using a calculator. We have 1/4 times 20. I'm going to change the order using the commutative property because 20 times 1/4 is the same thing as doing 20 divided by 4. And 20 divided by 4 is 5. Same with the second one, 44 multiplying by 1/4, same thing as dividing by 4. 44 divided by 4 is 11. 63 times 1/3 is the same as doing 63 divided by 3, and 63 divided by 3 is 21. 90 times 1/6 is the same as doing 90 divided by 6, and 90 divided by 6 is 15. Here we have triangle O followed by a number of other triangles. We're going to look at each of the other triangles and determine which ones are scaled copies of triangle O. First one I look at is A. I notice that in triangle O, it's a right triangle, but A is not a right triangle, so it cannot be a scale copy. I also notice that F is not a right triangle, so it is also not going to be a scaled copy. For B, all of the units stay the same, so it's 4 going up, 3 on the base, and 5 diagonally. So B is a scaled copy. When I look at C, I notice that the height increased, but the base here decreased. And in a scale copy, it has to increase the same way, so C is not a scaled copy. D, I noticed 4 went to 2, so that got cut in half. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, which is half of 5. 3 over 2 is 1.5, which is half of 3, so D is a scaled copy. E, 4 went to 8, so it doubled. Doubled 3 is 6, doubled 5 is 10, so E is also a scaled copy. G, I notice, is 4 times something is going to have to equal to 8/3. So I know this is 4 over 1, so I can multiply it by 2 over 3. Now I'm just going to check the other numbers. 5 over 1 times 2/3 is 10 over 3. And 3 over 1 times 2/3 is 2. So G is a scaled copy. Looking at H, I notice that the height and the base are the same, but that's not true in my original, so H is not a scaled copy. Now, we're going to list all the triangles out that are scale copies and see what we can do with the numbers. So our first triangle is triangle B, and those dimensions were 3, 4, and 5. The next triangle that was a scaled copy was triangle D, and those numbers were 3 over 2, 2, and 5 over 2. Then we have triangle E, which was 6, 8, and 10, and triangle G, which was 2, 8 over 3, and 10 over 3. I notice to go from triangle O to triangle B, it's multiplied by 1. Triangle O to triangle D, it got cut in half, so it's multiplied by 1/2. Triangle O to triangle E, it was doubled, so it's multiplied by 2. And triangle O to triangle G, we just determined we multiplied by 2/3. So this number that we multiplied our original by to get our new triangles, that is called the scale factor. And the scale factor is the number you multiply. So it always has to be multiplied an image by to create a scaled copy. Now here we have Diego and Jada want to scale this polygon, so the side that corresponds to 15, which is over here, is 5 in the scaled copy. Diego and Jada use a different operation to find the new side lengths. Here are their finished drawings. What operation did Diego use, and what operation did Jada use? I noticed that Diego went from 36 to 26, 21 to 11, 12 to 2, 15 to 5, so Diego subtracted 10. But Jada went from 36 to 12, 30 to 10, and 15 to 5. Jada multiplied by 1/3. So even though they both had 5 correctly, they used different operations. And Jada's created a scaled copy, because in order to create a scaled copy, you must multiply all lengths by the same number. So scaled copy only works when you multiply by the same number.